What's good, family man? It is your boy Ma.
And Sade, and we're back at it again with another video.
Man, y'all already know, man, when somebody not here to grind, do not stop, y'all. Today, y'all finna react to
The downfall of O Block by Hip Hop Daily.
Man, look, y'all. Y'all been asking for this a lot, bro. Y'all been asking for Hip Hop Daily. Y'all want us to bring it back, man. So, we'll start reacting to more Hip Hop Daily, man. Other than that, man, let's get into that. And, oh, y'all, hit the subscribe button, man. We finna hit 90K. We're getting so close, bro. So hit the subscribe. I'm tired of saying like, oh, we finna hit 100K. Like, bro, I wanna say like after we hit 100, I wanna say like we finna hit 200K, like 300K or something. Like, come on, man, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Come on, we this close.
For the past few years, O Block has been running the rap game and also the streets of Chicago. But the gang has also suffered countless losses and pressure from cops, especially after the murder of the gang's main op, FBG Duck. Let's get into the rise and fall of O Block. The Parkway Garden Homes, now known as O Block, is a low-income housing complex on the 6400 block of South King Drive. Built in the 1950s, it was a popular area for working-class black families and was even home to famous residents like Michelle Obama and Dwayne Wade. But its crime picked
What? Nah, that's the stuff I didn't know.
Idea.
I did not know that.
up in the late 80s and early 90s, it became a major hub for gang activity. Early on, the building was controlled by Mickey Cobras and Gangsta Disciple, but by the mid-90s, the Black Disciples took control. In the early 2000s, the BDs in Parkway Gardens started going by the name Wick City, which stood for Wild, Insane, Crazy. In the late 2000s, Wick City began beefing with a nearby set of the Gangsta Disciples called STLEBT. Their hood was around 63rd and St. Lawrence, which is right around the corner from O Block. Like most beef in Chicago, it's not clear exactly where the tension started. But in 2010, a Wick City member named Reezy was allegedly murdered by someone from STLEBT, which led to a series of retaliation murders and a decade-long war that still goes on to this day. On August 11, 2011, a high-ranking member of Wick City named Odie Perry was shot and killed on the 400 block of East 64th Street, right around the corner from Parkway Gardens. After Odie's death, Wick City changed its name to O Block in honor of his memory. No one was ever arrested for Odie's murder, but his death was rumored to be retaliation for the death of an STLEBT member named Tuka. Shondell Gregory, aka Tuka, was a 15-year-old GD who was killed a few months earlier while waiting for the bus. His murder is believed to be retaliation for the murder of a BD named Edric Ty Walker, who was killed in 2009. Odie Perry was shot on Tuka's birthday, and it's been said that OD may have been involved in his murder. It's also been rumored that OD was killed by one of Tuka's best friends, a teenage girl named K.I., who was allegedly one of STLEBT's main shooters. But that ain't never been confirmed, and some say K.I. wasn't the actual killer. The deaths of both Tuka and Odie Perry was two of the biggest events.
The crazy thing, nobody would never know unless it's the people that's around. Like,
Yeah.
them the only people that know people that's from O Block, people that's
Yep.
from 63rd. And
Yeah.
all that. Them the only people that would know who killed who.
Yep.
Until then, you would never know.
Nope.
Hopefully, it gotta be somebody who drop a documentary or something, a book or something
It might be.
that just basically expose everything. But they had to be after they did, cause boy, it'd be
Started the beef between O Block and STLEBT. Plus, around that time, drill music was just starting to go mainstream, which also had an impact on what was going on in the streets. In January 2012, Chief Keef dropped the song 300, which featured the bar, "Fuck a Tuka Gang, Jump 300," bringing the O Block STLEBT beef into the music. Then 2 months later, he dropped a song and video for I Don't Like, which quickly popped off and introduced the rest of the world to drill music. The wave of new music shined a spotlight on Chicago, and suddenly, dudes from the South Side was becoming major stars. Lil Durk signed a deal with Def Jam in 2013, and other rappers from the area like Lil Reese, Fredo Santana, L.A. Capone, and Rondo Number 9 was also getting major looks from the industry. But even though there was rappers on both sides of the war, it was mainly BD rappers who was getting the attention. So, over the next few years, O Block had a major influence on the rap game. But drill music ain't just have an impact on the music industry. It also started to influence what was going on in the streets. Rappers dissing each other's hoods and dead homies in songs only increased the violence, especially between O Block and 63rd. On April 11, 2014, K.I. was killed after being shot while walking the 6400 block of South Eberhard Ave. Her killer was never arrested, but is believed to have been committed by one of O Block's most famous artists, King Von. Von and K.I. had a complicated relationship, where they often diss each other online while borderline flirting. But there was also sworn ops. Von was questioned by police in connection with K.I.'s murder, but the DA ain't pursued the case due to lack of evidence.
Didn't they come out like recently and it was like he 100% did it?
I think so. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember seeing that somewhere.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comment section. We might be wrong though. Y'all
Yeah,
know, y'all
we
correct
might.
us.
Yeah, we might be wrong. If we wrong, we'll take accountability. But I could have sworn. Now that you say
They
something
say,
about it,
like-
I think I saw that somewhere.
It was like, yeah, it was like something like Vine.
Because it happened
Chicago
after he
police.
passed. It came out after he passed. So they was like, oh well, like now. I think so. Y'all let us know if if it's out there.
But even though Vaughn got out of that case, he still got caught up in another murder case that almost cost him his freedom. In July 2014, Vaughn was arrested in connection with the murder of Malcolm Stuckey and the attempted murder of 2 other men. Vaughn and Stuckey was both at the same house party the night he was killed. Police said Vaughn recruited another BD from O-Block named Big Mike to carry out the shooting. Big Mike confirmed this by telling authorities that they both fired at the group, but that it was Vaughn's idea and he was the one who fired the kill shot.
Oh yeah,
At the last minute, Mike refused to testify and ruined the case for the prosecution. But since he admitted to the shooting, Mike was sentenced to 28 years, and Vaughn was allowed to walk since he kept quiet after spending about 2 years locked up fighting the case. While he was locked up, Vaughn saw all his homies doing their thing in the music industry, so he decided to start rapping when he got out. Dirk signed him to OTF not long after he was released, and he dropped his first official single, Crazy Story, on December 6, 2018. The song went viral and quickly racked up millions of views. Out of all Chicago drill rappers, Vaughn had some of the best bars and storytelling abilities. Plus, he had the respect in the streets to back up his music. In just a short period of time, he became one of the most talked about rappers in the game, further pushing O-Block's position in the music industry. But by that time, the GDs was also starting to get noticed. In January 2018, FBG Duck, a rapper from STL EBT and one of O-Block's main ops, dropped the track Slide. This song became a major hit and featured 21 Savage on the remix. Duck was making music for a while, and there was plenty of other GD rappers
What?
I did not know 21 Savage was on that song.
Me neither.
who had built a buzz in the city. But this was the first time that someone from STL EBT gained traction in the industry. Duck and other rappers from STL claimed they was being blackballed by Dirk and other rappers from O-Block who had all the clout and connections. But sadly, right when Duck was starting to gain momentum, he was shot and killed while out shopping in Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood. Around 4:30 p.m. on August 4th, 2020, Duck was outside a store on East Oak Street when 2 cars pulled up and 4 dudes hopped out and opened fire. Duck was shot multiple times along with his girlfriend and another man he was with. They was all rushed to the hospital, where Duck was pronounced dead at just 26. A few weeks before his murder, Duck dropped a ruthless diss track called Dead, where he took shots at several dead members from 600 and O-Block, including O.D. Perry. Police think the song likely contributed to his murder. Just a few months later, King Von was also killed in a completely unrelated shooting. He bumped into Quando Rondo outside of a hookah lounge in Atlanta, and a fight broke out. They was allegedly beefing over a female. Plus, Von also had problems with NBA YoungBoy, who signed Quando Rondo. When Von started punching Rondo, one of his homies, Lil Tim, pulls out his burner and started letting off shots, killing Von and other members of their group. This sparked a beef between O-Block and NBA that's still currently active. Many say the death of King Von was the beginning of the end for O-Block. He had so much momentum behind him and could have taken his hood to a new level. But like a lot of rappers these days, he was never able to truly reach his full potential. To make matters worse, all the violence was attracting the attention of the police, who was close.
That's a fact. You cannot deny it, bro. That's 100% fact, bro. He had so much momentum, bro. O-Block would have been bigger than just Parkway Garden.
Yeah.
Like, just bigger than the project. It
Yeah.
was way bigger than that. Well, it was bigger than that before that for Chief Keef and, because he O-Block, everything was O-Block.
Yeah.
But now it would have got to the point where it was just bigger than the projects. You know how they be like certain stuff just bigger than rap.
Yeah.
Like somebody like they they be like Kobe was bigger than basketball, like Muhammad Ali bigger than boxing and stuff like that.
Closely investigating O-Block, especially after the murder of FBG Duck. In July 2020, the FBI arrested 23 members of the Black Disciples as part of an investigation into drug and gun trafficking in the South Side. During the investigation, law enforcement seized 24 firearms, more than 13 kilos of cocaine, a kilo of heroin, 750 grams of fentanyl, 378 grams of crack, and over $50,000 in cash. The investigation named Darnell McMiller, aka Murder, as one of the main leaders of the Black Disciples, who was arrested and hit with federal gun and firearms charges.
Yeah.
Other high-ranking members of the gang was also arrested in the indictment, which put a major dent on their operations in the streets of Chicago. Plus, just a few months before that happened, it was announced that Parkway Gardens was being put up for sale. When that news broke, Lil Durk claimed he was willing to get the money together and buy it, no matter the price. But by the time the news was released to the public, someone had already bought the building. It ain't clear who bought it or what they plan on doing with it, but it seems likely it'll be torn down and redeveloped, kicking out many of the current residents. O Block has been a major headquarters for the Black Disciples for many years. So the sale of the building will make it difficult for the gang to continue to operate on a street level, especially with so much pressure from the police.
Yeah.
The murder of FBG Duck only made the gang a bigger target and eventually resulted in a RICO indictment. On October 13, 2021, 5 members of O Block, including Muwap, Kenny Mack, C Murda, C Thing, and Los, was arrested for federal racketeering offenses, including the murder of Carlton Wheatley, aka FBG Duck. The indictment also charged the men with federal firearms violations and assault and aid of racketeering. According to the indictment, the police
They're not beating that, bro. They're not beating that.
Nope. I don't see
use the defendant's own social media to convict them of the crime.
Even if they beat the murder charge, bro, it's the other cases, bro.
Yeah.
The paperwork alleges that members of O Block publicly claim responsibility for their acts of violence in the city of Chicago and use social media and music to increase their criminal enterprise. After the news broke, multiple videos started going around the internet that allegedly showed O Block self-snitching. In one video, Von can be seen handing out huge stacks of cash to dudes from his neighborhood, including his boy Muwap, one of Duck's alleged killers. Another video shows Boss Top, a well-known rapper from O Block, basically confirming that Duck was killed for dissing their dead homies. In the video, the interviewer asks if he knew Duck, and Boss Top responds by saying, "All I know is don't say shit about T-Roy," one of the fallen O Block members who was dissed on Dead. Then there's the line in Lil Durk's track, "Shoulda Ducked" with Pooh Shiesty, where he raps, "I told my PO through the gate that I get high as She asked me how high I get, I told her high as Duck." So far, those 5 men were the only ones arrested on RICO charges. But it's been rumored that the Chicago PD is set on turning this into a major indictment meant to take down the whole gang. Now, even more evidence has been released connecting the members of O Block to the shooting. The feds recently unsealed an indictment that revealed several of the suspects.
It's gonna be like that. Who just went down like this? Well, not just, but like the 6ix9ine whole thing. You know, all them went down for indictment. They all went down and stuff like. Oh my god, bro! But I don't feel like no rapper can do the 6ix9ine, bro. It's over, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Were caught on surveillance cameras on the way to the scene of the crime. According to the report, someone saw Duck shopping in the Gold Coast and called up the goons from O Block to get them to drop on his location. A minute later, a group of men were caught on camera running down the stairs at O Block and hopping into 2 separate vehicles, a Chrysler and Ford Fusion. The 2 cars then sped downtown, blowing through intersections and red lights. The vehicles were caught on multiple cameras as they were speeding toward Duck's location. When they pulled up, they immediately hopped out of the car and started shooting at Duck, who was waiting in the line outside the store. After the shooting, the same vehicles were captured on surveillance again, going right back to O Block. According to police, the men arrested for Duck's murder were the ones who were in the vehicle. After searching one of the cars a few days after the shooting, they also found a handwritten note which listed C Murda's phone number, Facebook, and Instagram. They also found photos online showing the members of O Block posted up with the vehicles using the murder. So it seems like police have actual concrete evidence.
Bro, I'm not incriminating nobody. I'm not finna say too much. But bro, sometimes you gotta think smart. Why would you pose in front of a car that you just did a hit? Yeah. Bro, that don't make no sense. That's you're not thinking. You just trying to be flashy. You're not.
You know that thing is.
You're not thinking at all.
I mean, you know, then again, it's hard for to get rid of a getaway car. Like, bro, it's a car.
But it's not.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
but
hard,
it's not
though.
even that they had to get rid of it. Just lay low with the car.
You
like
take
you took a picture in front of the car, bro. You literally incriminating yourself. Like, why would you take a picture in front of the car? Like,
you got phone numbers. And
that's what I'm saying. Then you got phone numbers and Facebooks on pieces of paper around, and then probably like Von giving out money didn't make it no better because they probably feel like, oh well, he giving out money, for
that what
happened. For what happened, so just stuff that people don't be thinking about. Really, they just like he was probably just giving out money, but that's how the police they look at stuff like this. Yeah. So they trying to
evidence, not just internet rumors. To make matters even worse, O Block was recently dissed by one of the hottest rappers in the game, NBA Youngboy. Von and Youngboy had personal problems before his death that started with Von hanging out with YB's baby mama, Jania. But since Von was killed by one of Youngboy's artists, he's had beef with the entire gang.
Yeah, it's not Youngboy artists.
But Youngboy was also locked up fighting his own federal firearms charges since March of last year. Now he's been released on house arrest and has been allowed to continue making music from an estate in Utah. Recently, he dropped a track called Bring the Hook, which had the whole internet going crazy because he took shots at King Von and all the O Block. On the song, he raps, "It's that Squid Game. O Block pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us. Atlanta boy get folded up. It ain't clear what led Youngboy to start sending shots out of nowhere. For a while, it seemed like the beef died down. but maybe he wanted to get this off his chest and felt like now was the time to do it because he may be looking at spending the next few years behind bars. Several rappers close to Von clapped back in response. Durk put up a post on social media that said, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You still a bitch," under a photo of him with the portrait of Von. Lil Reese also commented on a Twitter post put up by DJ Academics, claiming YB was on Demon Time with his new song. Reese commented, "That ain't no demon time. He just rapping like all the rest of these rappers all rap." NLE Choppa also jumped into the conversation, replying to Lil Reese's post by saying, "I stamped that." This led to a situation between Choppa and Youngboy, with one of YB's fans running up on him at the airport for getting involved. The beef between O Block and Youngboy probably won't end anyone's career, but it'll force some fans to pick sides.
Was that YB fan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was just asking because some people were saying it was, some people were saying it wasn't, some people were saying that it was just somebody who had a problem with Choppa.
Yeah. The beef between O Block and Youngboy.
I think NLE Choppa said something about like it was a Youngboy fan who did that.
Probably won't end anyone's career, but it'll force some fans to pick sides. Even though Durk and the rest of O Block have a lot of respect in the industry, Youngboy also has a massive fan base who are willing to run up on rappers in public on his behalf. So, while it's
some of y'all wild, bro. I'm not running up on rappers, bro. Hey, wild, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, even as an OTF fan too, bro, I'm not running up on no Youngboy fan. I'm not running up on nobody, bro. I don't care that much about no artist beefing me to try to run up on them.
Certainly ain't over for the members of O Block who are already rich.
Just imagine running up on somebody for an artist that does not know you even exist.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This may be the end of their dominance over the streets and the industry. With the feds watching their every move and the projects being torn down, it might be tough for them to keep the street operations moving. Keith, Von, and Durk already made O Block a recognized name in the rap game. But without another hot up-and-coming rapper from their section to carry the torch into the next generation, their 10-year run in the industry may be coming to an end.
It may be, but who knows, to be honest. It's always somebody who come out the woodwork.
Yeah, it's always somebody that you know.
Von really came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro, I don't remember him just like his come. I just remember like he was there.
Yeah.
Like, he was just there. But personally, I feel like, bro, like when he was talking about all the extra stuff, I feel like at some point everything ends at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, like rap don't go into rap and the streets don't mix.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully, y'all get their stuff figured out, man.
Yeah.
And because people got cases on top of cases. They all got cases, and
yeah.
It's getting real wicked out here, man. But other than that, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Please
like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to all three channels.
Follow me and Sade both on Instagram, man. Other than that, man, we out of here.